I'm back again at it today, working on my headlights. I did get some new headlights from Auxbeam Lighting. It's been kind of working out. It's kind of been a pain in the butt. I've been working on it for a while, actually. And I originally planned to just use 2 of them, but they're a little bit smaller than I thought they were. So I'm going to use 3, so that means I'm going to have to buy another 2 just to fill up, the whole headlight. So these are pretty much like projectors, which is going to make it so I could probably actually see at night when I'm driving, which is when most of the meets actually happen. So that'll be nice. So what I did here is I took all this stuff apart. There's a bolt on the back of this thing, and it's not wanting to come undone, so I'm gonna have to take the whole bumper off. I'm gonna have to try and grind that down until I can pop that thing off, and I'll probably have to cut this as well, as in addition to actually cutting some of this bezel in here out as well, just because I don't think it's going to clear all 3. Here's the lights that I got. This is what they look like when you get them in the package. It's like, this stuff, it goes on like a handlebar so that you can see on like your motorcycle. I don't know if your like lights aren't bright enough or whatever. I originally was going to be using just part of it. I cut this, and then I was just going to use part of this and mount this to this just to kind of space it up. These mounting there, and then so this would just mount straight to where the other lights, these lights, were mounted to. But I decided that I am going to have to take apart what I had, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of rebuild like a platform. And then I'm going to have each individual one mounted to its own thing. And then now I'm going to have 3 rather than just 2. So should be pretty cool and super unique, especially since not only is it going to be projectors or projector-like, but it's also going to be 3, which is pretty different. Should be cool, interesting, different, but I'm going to have to go ahead and take off this bumper before I do anything and get that bolt off, because it's like there's no way for me to be able to grab the top of that bolt because it's a carriage bolt or whatever, and it's just being a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to take it off. I'm just going to grind it, and I also think I'm going to have to cut this part of the bumper just so I can build my platform that the little step-ups, the 1-inch square tubing is going to go up on top of, and then they're going to mount to that. So probably going to have to cut this, which there's not a bolt in there anyways because it was interfering with whatever I had before. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of that off, and then I need to cut that bolt off so I can actually have my plate, and then I have plating and everything to replace that with. And again, I'm going to be building like a whole platform just so then it can mount to that. And still not sure if I need to cut the like headlight housing kind of thing, but we'll see once I get to it. I hope I don't need to, but I probably will. So first thing, take off the bumper. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a template out of this cardboard, and just to make sure that I have enough clearance all the way around, and then we'll go ahead and cut it out of the metal and then mount everything up, and then it should be pretty easy. All I got to do is just make sure everything's aligned properly, and then I might have to cut that headlight housing like I said, but that shouldn't be too hard. Honestly, I've taken all this apart before, because, and you guys can't see right now, but the fenders, the inside, the part that wasn't ground down is red right now. This whole like front end was red. So whenever I painted the bumper, I took off the whole headlight housings and painted them gray, and that wasn't hard at all to take out. So if I do need to cut them, I'll take them out, cut what I need, and then so should be pretty easy. So I've got the template all cut out. It's pretty simple. I had to make a little notch here, so not complicated at all. Gonna go ahead and get this cut out. But one more thing before I forget, is you guys should see this. Whenever I did my newest skid plate, and before TJ Hunt ever drove it, I made sure that it wouldn't break on him, because honestly he's never driven anything this low before. But I raised my engine over 1.5 inches, and it's literally hitting the hood right here, like where the cam things are. I don't know where it's sitting on here, but that's just how high my motor is right now. And then this is my red fenders like I was talking about before. This car was originally gray, so obviously that's why like the engine bay is gray, but the like fenders forward, the whole like front clip was all red, so this car obviously was in an accident or something before, which it's still clean title. So I mean, I'm sure if I did ever get into an accident, they would salvage title it right away, but as right now, it's clean title, so we're good. So let's go ahead and get that cut out of metal. So update, that was a huge pain in the ass. I just now kind of got to the next step. I kind of didn't really film a whole lot. I cut out the template. I cut out, I'll just show you, but I cut out these squares, and then so I kind of mounted it up so that I can get these things, because I'm going to mount them a little differently, because the way they want to mount is it wanted to tilt, and so I'm just going to mount it to these, and then actually it's this way. And then so I'm going to mount all of these up and then hope that I can get screws on either side of each of them, just because it might be kind of hard getting in between each individual one. Hopefully that's all I have to do. This is all mounted up and everything, so hopefully once I mount these things up, I can get the screws into this side and everything will be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. So update, I haven't really filmed a whole lot. I kind of was just working this, especially this side, just because when I haven't done things before, I like to just kind of work on it, and filming is just kind of hard for me when I haven't done something before. I might film the other side, but there's not really a whole lot to it. I mean, besides the base, which you saw, and now it's completely done. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. So I'm definitely happy with the results, and it looks way different than this one. It's just that one's a little bit more like you know, vintage with the halogen lights, and these are like, you know, 3 projectors, so it's definitely more modern and cooler, and it's different. And that, I mean, you see similar things on Miatas like that, but you never see anything like this, let alone like any kind of projectors at all. But you definitely don't see like 3 like small ones, and I don't know, it's just cool, different, and I can't wait to do the other one. And I also got the lights in the mouth and then the light bar to do as well. So you might be asking yourself why I did this rather than doing the taillight panel. I just got these in the mail today, so I figured, you know, I just, you know, got up and I did these. I literally woke up with the package in my bed, so I went ahead, did these, and then I'll do the taillight panel tomorrow. That'll be a different video, and so that really shouldn't be too hard. And then so the other headlight won't be hard at all. Now that I know what I want to do, I'm probably gonna have to take apart the other one just to make a template of the other one, since I didn't keep this one, which was kind of dumb of me, but whatever. This really wasn't that hard. It was just a lot of figuring some things out, and you know, just figuring out how I wanted to do it. And if I wanted to do 3, I originally was gonna do 2, but they were a little bit smaller than I thought they were. The dimensions and everything were on the website. I don't know, I guess I didn't read them right. It's whatever. But the 3 is definitely more unique and cool, and I like it. And yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and peace out.
Dare you, I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what?
One more time.